going. Testing, testing. Let me know if you guys can hear me. If you guys are in the stream or not. Let me know in the text chat on the. You're the first one to join. What's up, ST? All right, awesome. Glad you can hear me. All right, well, it's been almost exactly a year since we've done these. I'm just gonna try and jump back into them every day, but hopefully you guys enjoy them. Again, it's just me going through the levels that we already have provided from either last night or the day before or the week before. Doesn't matter. But a lot of the time we just go through the TA routine and the BB system, the two best charting methods. Very, very simple, very, very effective. And we basically use every single level to help give us stop losses, targets, entry, all that good stuff. But yeah, drop in the comments. Let me know what y'all's top watches are. I'll be going through all my stuff, getting my list ready. And then I'll also show off this real quick. So if you guys are new to this community or you're not new to this community, it doesn't matter. We post this every single week, and you can go through all kinds of tickers, click over to whatever you want. Say you want to look at AMD, you can click AMD, go straight to it, read on it. You can click on the chart, zoom in, all that good stuff, as well as read all the info provided. We plan for both up and downside. But overall, this is just one of the things we have in our community, so make sure to come check this out if you do have this. This is the weekly watch list, post about the extra market notes and all that good stuff. But let's jump into making the watch list. First off, you always want to start off with SPY and NASDAQ. You always want to start off with SPY and NASDAQ. Just remind yourself, where are you on the bigger picture? You can see we have rejected big levels after our huge rally, and we're near a very, very important level here. So 44.45 is very, very important on SPY because this is where we held support before moving higher last time. So if we can hold on to this, it's a very good spot. You could possibly see us wick down under this today, all kinds of stuff. But then we'll also see, you can see on NASDAQ, we've already been pushing below that shoulder that we're kind of looking at on SPY, right? So we're already moving down to that lower spot. So we're going to be focused on that next shoulder here at about 14.110, 14.175. They're already between that area. But let's go to a couple of the tickers I'm going to be looking at. My mic is really low. I can't fix that. This is loud as my headset. I have to use my other mic on tomorrow's stream. Just turn the stream up if you can. I'll use a better mic tomorrow. But let me go to the single charts and get through the watch list. So Tesla is always the first one I go to. I always check Tesla, Apple, Nvidia. These are always the first three I look at. All right, so Tesla. It looks like I already have a lot of the levels marked, as you can see from the bigger time frame. It looks like all the smaller time frame levels are marked as well. You can see previous day lower high, previous day open marked there about 1043. All the previous day levels are way up here. Pre-market levels we have 974 and then 1010. So huge range down here. Previous day levels way up here. I'm basically going to be relying on my bigger time frame levels. So Tesla, we're going to say above Let's move this one a hair to this common resistance. So we're going to say above 992.50. I know it says 992.34, but might as well add that psychological level. 992.50, we'll say stop loss at whatever this is, 990 flat. Target, of course, you want to say 995. Targets are very easy, especially when you're in ranges like this. If you're in a range where you're here, of course you're going to want to target that level because it's that next important level. But when you're in a huge range, you want to definitely include some of your psychological levels because of course 1010 is going to be your highest probability, where you think price is going to go if it breaks this. But overall, you can't ignore the fact you have 1,000 here, you have 1,005, 1,010. So include those. Don't forget those. Those are very, very effective targets. People always sleep on them, but they're very useful. So I'm going to add it up to 1020. And then for the downside, we're going to say below 971. Stop loss at 974. Target 962. 962.65. $960. 955, and then we'll say 940, or no, we'll just say 950. Why not? All right, so that's Tesla done. Very easy. And I'll show the list at the end. I'm trying to type it in Discord at the same time. But next we have Nvidia, one of my favorite tickers to play. Oh yeah, Shop had split news. I forgot about that. I want to see what that looked like pre-market. So in my opinion, they're not going to be as amazing as Amazon or Tesla or Apple or any of these other companies that have split or are splitting soon. And I genuinely just believe it's because of the anticipation. When a lot of people were looking at Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, when those split, everybody really wanted those to happen. But with Shopify, I don't think there was just a huge amount of people wanting this to happen. This is great. I think it's great it's happening. Don't get me wrong. I think people are still going to love it. But it's not as big, as anticipated as the others, So I think that's my whole take on it. Yes, this will be recorded and posted whenever YouTube wants to do it. As soon as I'm done streaming, it should throw it up on the channel. But overall, it might take a few hours. I don't know how quick it actually adds it to YouTube. I know sometimes it can be right after, sometimes it's not. Alright, so let's look at Nvidia. I have all my bigger time frame levels. My previous day low is about right here at 230. We'll adjust this one just like we did that Tesla chart to that more common pre-market level. Again, not going to be as strong as your pre-market high, but a very concurrent level like that where it gets repeatedly tapped. It's very, very important. And then also probably just play that 219.65. So I'm going to add all that to the list. Nvidia above 226.30. Stop loss at whatever this level is, 225.75. We'll just say 225.70, give it 5 more cents. Target, we're going to want to say 228. That's the next bigger whole number there. We'll say 230, 231. So we have 3 targets there, 228, 230, 231. You don't really need to keep adding more. 3 is amazingly enough. And too many people try to take plays too far. You only need to take them to the first 2 targets, in my opinion. Overall, past 231, we have 233, so I'll add that one. And then for the downside, we'll say below 219.50. Stop loss at 220. First target 218, 216, and then 215. Go to Apple. And I might not add Apple just because I already have Tesla and Nvidia. Apple's another just choppy one, as you can see, compared to the rest. So we're going to continue on to the watch list. But overall, I am really glad to see Apple not down super far. They are technically holding their range pretty well. They pretty much just legged down once. A few of the charts that we've gone through, they've legged down twice and have recovered one of them. Apple's legged down once and has basically held that leg down. So overall, what I would do for Apple is just adjust this level here to the pre-market low. That'll be a solid break below. Of course, if that happens in the first 10 minutes, you're going to want to reevaluate that, because a lot of the time you'll get a day like this where it ends up tanking through the very first 10 minutes of the day, and that's very hard to trade after that. So you really do have to just kind of wait for it to find that support if it ends up tanking too quick in the morning. So if you end up getting that pre-market low broken today, very early on, possibly wait for whatever that level is underneath. The 166.30, 165 area. Be looking for that bounce there. But if it ends up holding that, another good sign. But let's go to the next one. So the next one's Dash. So the reason I was looking at Dash, and I had a few people actually bring this one up. Leland brought it up. A few people in chat were looking at it. I was looking at it from last week again because it's just a beautiful chart overall. And again, every level that we have marked, this is going to be from our TA routine. We like to go from the far left side on the 4-hour as well as the daily. And we like to grab the tops of buyer candles basically. And it gives us the most effective range ever. So let's just adjust this level here a little bit. I want to move it down to where it kind of lines up with these two lows, because we got very effective lows here at the 107.20 from the past couple days. We even fought them the day before on last Friday, rejected it, and then broke down under. So if buyers ever step back in, they're going to definitely need to take 107.20 in the future. So we can leave that marked. And it looks like they're moving down even lower in their pre-market right as we're switching over to them. But it looks like under 101, you can definitely look for that 198 area. If they end up holding that, I would definitely look to see if 104 can hold it and if they can get back to closing price of yesterday. But I don't think I'm going to add Dash to the watch list either. But their big key level is basically right here at that 104. Because if you see, this is where we kind of were trying to hold. We had big resistance here to take us down lower. After we built base and built back up, we broke above it, held on top of it here, and now here we are again. If you go to the smaller time frame though, that's what we're breaking. So the buyers really do have to fight the pivot point here at the 103.60s. BA was the next one I was probably going to add to the list. You can see it's kind of a similar chart to Dash in a sense, because they have that rally and they're basically back down to where they came from. But they have had lowering volume, they have had smaller candles, they had this gap down, so I do see this as an oversold move. So Boeing itself is looking really good, but there again, a lot of the market's going to look like this. But let's try and add Boeing to our watch list with our mini levels here. Let's see if there's anything we can adjust. Previous day low is right here. We already have a level below. Might adjust this a little bit so it can reach over that lower high right here at 175, 176 area. And then we have previous day close right here. You can see this candle started here, closed here. So that's the final closing of that day, 175.15. So I just want to have that marked, giving myself every level I possibly need for Boeing. So we're going to say above. I'm really not comfortable with any of those break aboves, because this is just a 2-day ago low. This is just the previous day low, and then you got your strong pivot point here. So in my opinion, it really does need to break like all of these. So in my opinion, for a true open range breakout, I would love to see 176 broken, but you can see that's not ideal. We're way down here. So probably playing around that and see if we can get that later on. But that would look like a really good break above. You can see get back above 176, 175.75 area. Bears, on the other hand, though, they end up taking this 172.70. They will definitely see a lower level. And we can go at any time and see where we got this level from. I have to go to the max daily chart. So what levels I wanted to know about? 172.70. You can see if you go over to the far left, back here in 2017 actually, we have a very strong buyer candle here. I'm actually a little off my level. And you can see that's what we're battling right here. So 172.65 breaks, most likely seeing a lower test. So I'm going to add that to the list. 172. we'll say 50. Stop loss at 172. We'll say 173. Target. I do every dollar for Boeing. I don't know why that works, but it works really well for Boeing. And then above, we're going to say very risky entry at 174. I'm going to say above 174 for scalps to 2455 slash 175.75. Buyers need to break trend line from last few days lows. Perfect. Yes, guys, I know I have a low mic. I'm going to fix that tomorrow. There's nothing I can do about it now. I apologize. I'm getting constant messages on Discord and on YouTube. I understand that. I will have a better mic on tomorrow. I apologize. Nothing I can do about it now. Alright, so we got Boeing, Tesla, Nvidia on the list. We've looked at Apple. We've talked about Dash. Let's go look at some smaller tickers now. I got Walgreens, Neo, and Baba on here. So Walgreens was one of my favorite ones because my friend Devo brought it to my attention. But as you can see, man, it always messes up my settings. But as you can see, we are near a very, very insane area. Not only from a gap range, but all of these levels are from either the year 2000, which I think I did in stream yesterday. You guys can watch that video. Or they're from the past recent rally that we had. So these historical levels are very, very, very strong. You see the only small one I've added so far is the smaller one there at 44.85. It's that previous day low. You can see previous day high is marked with that historical level. So I'm most likely going to use that as my break above, as a one-liner on my list, because I don't actually have any intentions on shorting this, but I still plan for both sides. So we're going to say above 45.75. Stop loss at... And yeah, guys, if my mic's low, you can turn the stream up. I'll have a better mic on tomorrow, but turn the stream up if you can. But we're going to say above 45.75. Stop loss at... And you can see previous day closes way down here at 45.40s. Not an amazing spot. Pretty good level here at 45.60, so we'll probably use that as the stop loss, 45.60. And I like that because that's kind of where that first rally, after breaking out above that previous breakout, you can see that's where their first slowdown was, which was also used as support. So it's also an effective stop loss, 45.60, without having to go all the way down to previous day close, where your loss will be much greater. Target, you'd say 46, 46.50, 47. Actually, with them, you want to go every 25 cents. Almost messed up there. And then for below, I think I'm going to adjust this level here. I like this one a lot because it's that previous day opening price. You can see price opened here, dropped to that 44.85, and then they picked up from there. Held that 3-bar play. By the way, this is a beautiful reset candle. If you guys are from my chat, what we'd like to look for are rising volume closovers. And then we'd like for that next candle, this breather candle, or reset candle is what we call it, we want it to hold the previous candle's 50% control point. Big fancy way of saying the halfway point. Held the 50% control point. The very next candle held that breakout level and pushed up again. And the volume is not needed on this candle because we already have it here. Breathing moves resets here and then continuing higher. So probably keep that on the list. I like that level a lot. So no strong below plan, but I am going to say below 45.10. Stop loss at 45.25. Target 45. 44.85. And then from there on, we'll go to our lower levels, 44.50. Alright, so WBA is finished. And let me send what I have in the text channel of the YouTube chat if you guys aren't a part of our chat. And yeah, I don't know what the problem is. It seems like some of you guys are saying my mic's low, some of you are saying it's fine. But either way, we'll just use that better mic tomorrow so it's fixed for everybody. Therefore, everybody can hear perfectly fine. Alright, so we got Tesla, Nvidia, BA, WBA. Let's go on to the last two tickers and then we'll be done with the watch list. So we got NIO here. They took a very heavy fall, like most of the market after hours. I probably will not add them because they've already dropped so heavy, and I don't like trading smaller tickers when they've done so. You can see WBA took a smaller leg down. NIO, though, on the other hand, a lot bigger of a leg down for them. If you go back to their bigger time frames, well, remind yourself too, they're at 1784, so remember that. 1784, so that's way down here to that next shoulder, right? So probably going to have some very heavy buyer reaction step in. So might not have a beautiful breakout day on NIO. They'll probably have a very funky wick day, very small body, but very long wicks type day today on them. So very, very weird day for NIO possibly ahead. Of course, if Tesla and the EV market and everything breaks out, they'll continue more. And then BABA, as you can see, they have had that same gap down, have filled that gap, which is insane to see that quick, and are now flagging. So BABA actually has a chance, in my opinion, to continue higher. So I'm possibly going to set a breakout right here. Whatever the previous day close is. Yeah, 103.55. So that's probably what I'm going to set. We're not going to go with NIO. We're going to go with BABA. So we're going to say above 103.55. Stop loss at, what's the next effective level you can use as a stop loss? Pre-market high. So we're going to say about 103. 55-cent stop loss on BABA. That is amazing. Target. And again, what's the next effective level? You could say it's this level here, but I'm going to go ahead and go with this level here because opening price closed to here. We held here, held a higher low about there. So anywhere in this general vicinity would be a great first target. Not ideal because it's just so close, but you can't ignore the fact that there is a very heavy resistance right here that needs to be broken. So even if you just don't want to use that as your break above, you want to use this, be my guest. That is a great break above to look at. Next secondary target, what would be next great area? Possibly this next hill point here. And I say this because you kind of have resistance, hill, and then it just kind of drops off the end of the day. So right in this general vicinity is where I should have my next target, somewhere between there and there. And then of course our bigger time frame effective levels. So let's go with that. We'll say 104.25, 105, 105.40, 106. And then for the below side, the below side, you can see our pre-market low is way down here at the 99.20s. Our gap fill levels here at 100.40, and we do have a kind of almost common support here from this kind of breakout from pre-market right here. I'm not going to mark that, but I can notice it. You can see we did push up, hold, rise. We filled that gap, came down. Now we're holding the same area that we kind of had to reset before continuing higher to fill that gap. So very good bullish sign in the pre-market side of things for BABA, in my opinion. Again, I don't like to look at that a whole lot though. Focus on your levels, but overall to the downside, we know that under 100.40, we do have a pretty good intention. But if you did want to do a riskier short, you could start it right here at 100.90. But I'm going to go with the more passive level. We'll say 100 and target. We'll do, you could say 100, 99.20, 98.50. One second, I'm trying to post the watch list in the chat real quick. and then I'll show you guys it for anybody who's in here who isn't in our chat just because you were here. Let me get it ready. All right, perfect. All right, so if you guys are not in the stream, this is the daily watch list. This is what I've been typing while we're going through this. But Tesla, I type above, I type the stop loss we're looking for, and I also type mini targets because I mainly tell people to aim for the first 2 to 3, first 2 mainly. But I also like to set extras because it is kind of nice to know where the other levels of resistance at, and then vice versa too for the downside. I talk about the below, where the stop loss is, target, all that good stuff. Um, Other links as well. If you guys have my channel, please make sure to go through the pin messages. I cannot stress this enough. I have so much info posted in here from over time. It's not even funny. All of it breaks down different playlists, different types of strategies. I point out, exactly what type of entries we're looking for, all that good stuff. But on here as well, if you have this Discord, if you have our community, please go into this channel, BB Trading Strategies, and study. This is the most OP channel in this chat because it has every little strategy we use for the most part, broken down to the most in-depth part you can look at. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the stream. I'm gonna start doing these every single day, or not every single day. I'll be doing them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If you guys want to see my stream schedule, I did make it last weekend. So go to the FAQ section. You can see Monday we got our YouTube stream. I'll be in Discord here in a few minutes, or right before open, about 20-30 minutes, to do our normal stream. We'll be in here again tomorrow and Wednesday. Um, but yeah, make sure you guys are checking out the info posted and provided. Hope you guys enjoy the stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Please leave a like on this so other people see it. But yeah, thank you guys for being here.